Hello there, YouTubers. I want to show you something. And this is a new helmet that I just acquired. It's a Miller T94, and as I'm sure you guys already know from the title, I want to compare this one to the Lincoln Electric 3350 4C lens, and we will put them side by side. I'm going to do a little bit of shots of me welding in each helmet. I'll put a camera behind them, and we'll see how they stack up. This is their newest version, and what can I say? I must say that I like welding helmets, and I'm on a quest to find the best one. We'll see how they look side by side. So let's get to it. So first of all, let's start with the way the helmets feel. So this one, the T94, seems to be a little bit lighter, and it could be, I don't have a scale here to compare them, but it does feel like it may be a little bit lighter than the Lincoln Electric. So this is a new headgear for the Miller helmets, I think. I haven't seen this one before, so it must be a new thing, and it really hugs your head really nice. It feels it feels really comfortable. What I really like about this helmet that is that just surpasses the Lincoln is the interface, and it does have modes. So it does have the X mode, like the Digital Elite. It has grind mode, and it has a cut mode, and all these modes you can actually cycle right through them, and you can actually adjust these by half shade. So that's really amazing, because if you don't want to be, you want to be 11.5 or 10.5, and let's say 11 is a little bit too dark for you, you could be at 10.5, or you could be at 11. What it also does, it counts the weld, the arc time, and the how many times it switched from light to dark. So it has a counter built in, and you can toggle through with the info button here. Lincoln Electric 3350 with the 4C lens. So these little knobs here, actually, for me, it's a little bit harder to see them than on the T94. And especially that they actually overlap on the shade here, depending on whether you have it set up for grind or for weld. I mean, you could figure it out. It's not like it's anything bad, but it's not as good as on the T94 Miller helmet. It's fairly comfortable. It's a nicely designed helmet. I can't say anything bad about it, other than those little analog controls. Other than that, the clarity on it is pretty good, and it's one of my favorites. But I have to tell you guys, this helmet actually right now is one that I like more, and there's a few things on it that actually made me like it better. So anyway, let's put these side by side. Let's do a little bit of welding with them. So, what's my take on these helmets? I have to say that both of these helmets are really good. If you happen to have each one of these helmets, you're in good shape. I must say, the Lincoln Electric, it's a proven helmet. It works, I guess, as advertised. The lens clarity is pretty good on it, and yeah, it's just a decent all around. One of the better helmets out there. Now, Miller T94 has actually upped the game, and what they have done is they basically redesigned the helmet, the previous version, and they added features to this helmet that makes it that much better. Side windows, I didn't really know what to think about these side windows at first, but I think it's one of those things that you have to experience yourself to appreciate. And what happens is, as soon as you put this on and you see the difference, what it does give you is the orientation. So it gives you like a spatial awareness, I would say. So when you're actually welding pieces and you have them set up on a table, and you can see, let's say, the end of the piece that you have through the side window, your mind actually forms this picture, so it connects the dots, and you're able to see better where your pieces connect. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think you just have to experience that to really appreciate it. The next thing that they did is they actually did the grind mold button on the outside, and I tell you, the Lincoln Electric doesn't even have one, and it's a really good feature in my opinion. You don't have to take the helmet off. All you got to do is just press this button, and I think you have to hold it for maybe a couple of seconds, and then it changes to grind mode, and you're not taking off the helmet off of your head, and you're grinding. So that's awesome. That's really nice what they did. The headgear on this, once again, they actually redesigned it. Heck, I didn't really think that you can improve on the headgear. Like, how much more can you do? Like the Lincoln still has a pretty good headgear, but for some reason, somehow, this one feels better. I think it's because it wraps your head, like it really wraps your head around with this, with the bag, with this headgear. So it feels really nice. I don't know how they did it, but they did it anyway. The digital display, in my opinion, digital display is the way to go. I can actually see all the numbers. It's clear as day for me, so I like that feature on any helmet. The X mode, if you're doing like a lot of TIG welding, or you have let's say welders that are around welding at the same time as you are, then you definitely want that X mode feature. And especially if you're getting into some tight spaces where some of these or all of these sensors will be blocked, it will still darken on you. So that's amazing. As far as the lenses, the size of the lenses, I actually don't care for the size so much, because I still use a cheater lens inside, and when you have a cheater lens inside, these lenses basically become the same size, because I'm looking through the cheater lens. So that's just something that that I don't really care for. So even though the Miller has a slightly smaller lens, I find that it doesn't make a difference to me. The light from this one, for some reason, it gave me eye fatigue, and I actually fatigue from welding quite easily, apparently. I think it's because of my glasses and my eyesight. So what happens for some reason the Miller, I think I don't know what's in there, but for some reason I can weld longer before I even get any eye fatigue with the Miller helmets. I don't know what it is. Maybe there's just it's about brightness. So another thing, the view through the lenses, I hope the videos can show it. Now when I was recording with the GoPro camera, it doesn't actually do it justice. You can't really see it. It's just too dark for the camera to actually pick up a really good video. I think you have to have some sort of a specialty camera to make sure that you can record these kind of videos. But anyway, side by side, you can sort of tell which one looks, how they look together. And I find that the Miller, somehow it has like the weld itself actually darkens more than the perimeter of the lens. And that's actually really nice because it helps you to see your parts. So even though I was set at 12 shade on this helmet, I can actually see the part that I'm welding, which is like, wow, you know, awesome. That's just, it can't get any better than that. With this one, it's still really good. Not to put down the Lincoln Electric, because it still is a good helmet, but there's just, I think that what happens is the Lincoln Electric actually, it darkens fully, the whole lens darkens fully, and correct me if I'm wrong, Lincoln, but that's just the way I see it. So my take on that, I gotta say, so far this is a better helmet, and again it is also a more expensive helmet, so I think that's to be expected. But like I said, if you happen to have one of these, doesn't matter which one you have, you're in good shape. So anyway, that's my take on it, and thanks for watching. Oh, and by the way, you guys want to see how we measure temperature in Canada? That's how you know that you need heat in your shop. Anyone for ice cream?